You think you know someone, you spend time with them, you talk, you laugh, you believe the words coming out of their mouth. But the body never lies. And while everyone is busy controlling their face, their smile, their eyes, their feet are telling the entire truth. Most people have no idea that the way they position their feet reveals everything they are trying to hide. Their interest, their discomfort, their desire to leave, their attraction, their lies, all of it is written in the direction of their toes. This is not some mystical pseudoscience. This is observable reality. The feet are the most honest part of the human body because they are the furthest from the brain. You can fake a smile, you can force eye contact, you can nod along to a conversation you hate, but your feet do not care about politeness. They point toward what you want. They angle away from what you fear. They shuffle when you lie. They freeze when you are caught, and most people never even notice. Modern society has trained you to read faces, to trust words, to believe that communication happens above the neck. But that is a trap. The face is a performance. The feet are the confession. If you want to know what someone really thinks about you, stop looking at their eyes. Look down. Here is what nobody tells you. When someone is genuinely interested in you, their feet point directly at you. Not their body, not their shoulders, their feet. You could be standing in a crowded room. They could be talking to someone else. But if their feet are aimed in your direction, you are the person they actually care about. This is primal. This is subconscious. The body orients itself toward what it values, toward what it wants, toward what it is drawn to. If you are talking to someone and their feet are pointing away, at the door, at another person, it does not matter how engaged their face looks. They are not with you. They are already gone. People do not teach this. They do not tell you that every single conversation you have ever had contained a hidden map, a blueprint of true intention written in angles and positioning. You have been lied to by smiles. You have been deceived by nodding heads, but the feet never participated in the lie. Watch someone when they are uncomfortable. When they are in a conversation they do not want to be in. Their feet will angle toward the nearest exit. Not obviously, not dramatically, just a slight turn, a small shift. The toes pointing toward escape. It is the body preparing. It is the unconscious mind saying, I want out. And if you are paying attention, you will see it before they ever make an excuse to leave. You will see the truth before they even know they are revealing it. This applies everywhere. In meetings, on dates, at parties, in arguments. The person who says they are fine, but their feet are pointed away from you, is not fine. The person who claims they are listening, but their feet are aimed at the door, is not listening. The person who swears they are interested, but their feet are turned to the side, is lying. Not maliciously, not always. But the body does not lie. It cannot. Now here is where it gets darker. When someone is lying to you, their feet become unstable. They shift, they shuffle, they move back and forth like the body is trying to run, but the mind is forcing it to stay. You have seen this, you have felt this. Someone tells you a story that does not add up, and their feet are moving like they are standing on hot coals. That is not nervousness. That is the body rejecting the lie. That is the feet trying to escape the discomfort of deception. It is involuntary. It is automatic. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. There is another position, the parallel stance. When two people are standing with their feet aligned, side by side, facing the same direction, that is unity. That is agreement. That is trust. You see this with couples who have been together for years. You see this with close friends. You see this with people who are genuinely on the same page. Their bodies mirror each other. Their feet point in the same direction. It is subconscious synchronization. It is the physical manifestation of connection. And when that alignment breaks, when one person turns even slightly, the bond is weakening. Then there is the closed stance. Feet together, weight centered. This is defense. This is guardedness. This is someone who does not feel safe. When someone stands with their feet close together, they are protecting themselves. They are making themselves smaller. They are minimizing their presence. It is the opposite of confidence. It is the opposite of openness. And if you are talking to someone whose feet are locked together, you are not having a real conversation. You are talking to someone who is braced for impact. But the most powerful position is the wide stance. Feet apart, weight distributed. This is dominance. This is confidence. This is someone who feels in control. You see this in leaders, in athletes, in people who own the space they occupy. The wider the stance, the more secure they feel. The more grounded, the more present. And if someone shifts from a wide stance to a narrow one during a conversation, you just said something that shook them. You just said something that made them feel less secure. Pay attention to that shift. It tells you everything. Most people go through life blind to this. They miss the signs. They trust the words. They believe the performance, and they get hurt. They get manipulated. They get lied to. Not because they are stupid, but because they are looking in the wrong place. Society has conditioned you to focus on the face, on the smile, on the eyes. And while you are busy trying to read micro-expressions, the feet are screaming the truth. This is not about becoming paranoid. This is about becoming aware. This is about understanding that communication happens on multiple levels. That the body is always speaking. That honesty is not just in words. And that, if you want to survive in a world full of performance and deception, you need to start reading the whole picture. The feet do not care about social norms. They do not care about politeness. They do not care about protecting feelings. They care about truth, about survival, about instinct. And if you learn to read them, you will never be blindsided again. You will see the discomfort before it becomes conflict. You will see the lie before it becomes betrayal. You will see the disinterest before you waste your time. So stop staring at faces. Stop trusting words. Start watching feet. Because while everyone else is performing above the neck, the feet are confessing below. And once you learn this language, you will see the world differently. You will see people differently. You will see through the masks, through the scripts, through the lies. And you will finally understand who is really with you and who is already halfway out the door.